Hello and welcome. Tighten you up. Very loose. Time for a little bit of Genshin here. And Onyx, I appreciate you being here. Let me go ahead and run our 1 minute ad break for Twitch though. That way pre-roll ads don't run. Of course, my audio is messed up. Why wouldn't it be?
Have you heard about the chasm?
The chasm? Did something dreadful happen again?
It looks like it's working on stream, but not for me, of course.
Truly is fascinating.
Yeah. There it goes.
Have you heard?
Alright, so we're going to start off with a nice and simple. Hey May, how's it going? Nice and simple. Go ahead and call everyone. Dispatch characters and expedition. And we'll take a look at the event that's going on as well today. I didn't even bother trying with Diablo 4 because of the issues that were going on with the server, which just exacerbates the reason as to why I wish all games had single player options. I am doing alright, a bit tired. Yeah. Been working on the roof all day. We are just about done. I think we have one more day left of work before we finish, so that's not too bad. But it is exhausting. Personally don't like it. Well, I'll try it out. I mean, the worst that happens is... I mean, it can't be worse than the TCG one. That was bad. I did not like that. Oh, I'm at 160, so... I guess... We'll just do a VV real quick. Because we'll say Thursday. Yeah. What's Taishan Mansion got? Hold up. Oh, wait, I need to take on Andreas. Hold up. I'm doing that event and I hate it so much. Ugh. Yeah, well, I'll be doing it here in just a little bit. Need to burn some of my resin.
If the rain washes away,
I was hoping to actually get live about 2 hours ago, but that didn't happen. So we initially were just going to go until we ran out of shingles on the roof because we thought it was going to rain anyway. Well, okay, let me backtrack. We initially were going to tear off and dry in the roof, and what that means is tear off the old shingles and then put down the tar paper or synthetic underlayment that we're using. Put that down, and originally we were going to just stop there. And they're like, well, the weather's still holding through. It's looking a little stormy. There was some thunder. And the wind was picking up, which was really nice. We're like, well, you know what, we're gonna try and start working on the hardest part first. So we had to do a valley on the roof, you know, where the roof goes like this. Valleys are a pain to do. Here, maybe in 30 minutes, I'm going to do maybe 15 or 20. Ooh, that's a lot of resin. We decided to start working on that, and then the rain just never came, so we just kept working through it. And initially, we were just going to go until we ran out of shingles. And then we're like, well, you know, the sun is now on the west side of the roof. We were working on the east side. So we'll just put up the rest of the shingles. And we got the shingles up. We're like, you know, the more work we do today, the less work we have to do over the next few days. So we just kept working.
Stand with me.
A lot of work. But, you know, it helps him out, which is what matters. Alright, oh, that's a waste. So now we have about a third of the roof left to shingle, and shingling does not take very long. That's the easy part. It's just a little tedious. It goes a lot quicker when you have 3 people though, and it was just me and my dad, so maybe tomorrow night when he gets off of work, if it's not raining, I'll go over there and help him. Probably going to do a clam set. I mean, clam set is great for Barbara. I believe that's actually what mine has. Go, Barbara, go! Let's see, she's, yeah, 2-piece, no, 2-piece Maiden Beloved and 2-piece Flower Paradise Lost. That's weird. I don't know why I've got that honor, but I do. I think it used to be Ocean Hued Clam, and then for whatever reason I changed it. I don't know why I did.
I see everything. No, my sword. Rain outlines your. Gotcha.
And then we have one last tiny section of the roof to tear off and shingle, but that won't take long. Oh, obtained. Alright, garbage. Yeah, I don't care about either of you. Alright, perfect. Now let's go take on right. Well, let's do this. We'll take right on afterward. I'm going to Sternbucks for maidens. That works. I'm frozen. Okay.
Again? Oh, this isn't good.
I just have very
The
poor
rain washes
artifact
away the
luck
traces.
overall.
It's gonna set us back a
Like-
long way.
I get a lot of defense percents. Received a package in the mail today, which was all my stuff that was still at Brittany's house. She just had to mail it back to me, which I guess I appreciate. That's kind of her. Oh, chest. I just accepted that was
full of
lost and gone
valuables
forever.
and a trove of potential clues.
Not that any of it mattered. Look, my Hugh Talon barber is, but I need a bit more. I assume that says healing. Ever since YouTube put that stupid heart there, it just
Everyone hold hands.
can't see things. Like, let me remove the heart. I don't need to send a heart emoji at any point in my life. Or emojis in general. I still have some of her stuff, but I can go on my way to return it. If she wants it, she's more than welcome to come get it. Or she can meet me at the supercharger next time I'm there or something. I don't know. I mean, it's just a couple of the small things that she'd gotten me. And like her hair straightener. She has another one, so I know it's not like she needs it. Just wait a second. Fine. I will say, one thing that I forgot about is how terrible the majority of people are at communicating.
Our bond is strong.
Hitherto unknown. I don't know what that did, but we did it. Primo count, we are at 13,351. So you're probably ahead of me now.
This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather.
Sure you could.
Take it
A
easy.
nap would be easy in this. About 1,000 behind you? That's not too bad. I tried Star Rail. It was not for me.
Take it easy.
Like, a decade ago, I would have absolutely loved... Okay. You just didn't want to open up, I guess? That's... whatever. About a decade ago, I would have loved Star Rail. Nowadays, not so much. Okay, again.
My sword. Busted.
Thank you so much, Traveler. That's on my way to check out. I don't care about Stanley. Stanley is a joke. Why don't you join me? No, I'm not going to join you, Jack. I mean, if you enjoy that style of game, then by all means, I would imagine you'd love it then. I can't do turn-based anymore, try as I might. I just get bored way too quickly. me, the reason that I can enjoy playing Genshin as much as I can is because I never feel like the reason I fail is because of RNG. 5,000 hours. Oh my god. That is quite a bit. Like, I like that. I feel like if I fail in Genshin, it's because of skill issue. Okay, I really need to do something about that. Alright, all that's done. You lose because of skill. Exactly. And, like, I'm fine with skill issue. Now, like, okay, so I do the Spiral Abyss. I enjoy it. But a couple months ago, I could not beat the Spiral Abyss. Not because I was dying. There was a lot of death, don't get me wrong. But I couldn't beat it because I was running out of time. I was not strong enough. And that annoyed me. It annoyed me quite a bit. But I will take that over over not being able to beat it because of RNG. How so? I mean, it's turn-based, so like you hit, then they hit. So I don't understand how you would not be at the like, there's no way for you to avoid or dodge, is there?
Hey! Thunder. Our bond is strong.
No. Oh, Impact is Impact like Genshin? Same action RPG style?
Let me leave you a verse. Things are about to get dicey.
I thought Sorrel and Impact were the same playstyle.
Stand with me.
Damn it, which one are it? You.
Shattered.
Oh, very well. Maybe I need to look into Impact some.
Your verdict is decided.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know Impact was first.
This one, a fleeting shadow. Pathetic. Not good. Witness the power of the one. This body is eternal. Stand with me.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Perish.
Take it easy.
Ow. Unnecessary.
Let me weave you a verse.
Gotcha. Inferior. Committed to memory. Our bond is strong.
Come on. And may I appreciate you being here on YouTube instead of Twitch.
Final calamity.
Because I think over time I will be just stopping streaming on Twitch and just focus only on YouTube.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Purge all obstacles.
Things are about to get dicey.
Stand with me. There is no escape.
Nope, so much for that.
A minor setback.
Eternity is in my
It's
hand.
getting tankier than usual.
Full of wisdom. Our bond is strong.
Oh, come on.
Power of the one. Gotcha. Here.
Like I said, all have the same characters, but read that word a moment. But that's because they were very connected. Yeah. Because they're the same universe, right? And still no billets. Eh. Okay, so I still have Senora and Child that I need to do tomorrow. Hmm. Oh, she hit level 10 friendship. Nice. That's one what it was for. Alright, let's take a look at this. Different universe? Oh. Very well. Divine Ingenuity. Collector's Chapter. Navigate. Talk to Hong Long. Hong Long. With a name like Hong Long, I was not expecting Mausa. I thought Leeway. Why does my house smell bad? Trying to figure out if does it smell bad or is it isopropyl alcohol? My nose does not work half the time. I need to get a new bucket for my resin washing station because the isopropyl alcohol is eating through it. What a coincidence, I didn't expect you to be here. As for the present situation, well, just look at this door next to me. I suppose you already understand. So, domain of some kind of that kind has appeared again. Yeah, that's right. Thanks for helping investigating the other domain. We were able to obtain all manner of important data. Guess universe isn't the right word. Just different timeline. That makes sense. Leeway name, Mondstadt attire, and Mondstadt place. Fair point. However, there wasn't any way of getting useful information on that domain from the outside. Not for lack of trying by the guild, but still. As such, we were getting ready to send more people into it. We'd even called people from other guilds in, but then it vanished. And then that was the last we heard of it until it showed up today in Mondstadt. I only got here in time thanks to a timely notice from our colleagues in Mondstadt. Have you started exploring it? Of course. Why would I fall back with the prize before me? The rules of the domain haven't changed a great deal, so it creates various things based on the imaginations of those who enter it. Okay. How should I put this? It was no different from real battle, which the other adventurers found rather interesting. However, some of them conjured foes that they could not beat, and wound up needing help to beat them. But never mind that. If you're willing to travel, yep, let's do it. Wonderful then. Alright. Yeah. During this event, travelers can enter a strange domain and challenge various imaginary areas to obtain certain rewards. Okay. During the event, travelers can create various domains from their imaginations, and after completing their challenges within once, they can share their domain for other travelers to play. That sounds like something I don't want to do at all. Alright, give me 1 sec. Oh. And thank you there for the like, Eula. I appreciate it.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
It was time to swap out the air freshener, so now is a good time since it smells bothering me. Why is this so loud? Alright, those are all locked for days, of course, like always. Earn 195 Artificer points in preset domain. Okay, well, let's do this. Mechanicus. Okay. Sure. No. Oh, they don't have everyone. Because I don't see Aloy. 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 I hate tower defense. I think I'm just going to do my party, honestly. Where's Cookie? Like, I don't I don't know what this is going to be until I do it. Okay, it's a certain number of spawn points for opponents will be present in this domain, and opponents will appear in these areas. Mechanic can be upgraded and modified to obtain different buffs, interact with monoliths, start the challenge, and defend it, such that it shall not be destroyed.
Take it easy.
Okay. It will strip you of... Oh. Oh. Well, that's not good. Okay. So they all have to come through here, so let's do you. Thank you for the cheer. He is actually right behind me, but I have not fixed his camera mount, so I can't have his camera on at the moment. We will have it back soon. I have to go to Home Depot to fix it.
Everyone hold hands. Get with me. This way, turn over.
Quietly now.
Do not hit that, sir. Okay. Sure. Okay. Next one coming. This would not be my preferred way of doing a
Gotcha.
tower defense, that's for sure. They did it kind of weird, but let's level up both those. Rippling reflections, allowing it to unleash a torrent. Okay, well we don't have enough anyway.
Hey! This way.
Quietly now.
Rain outlines your fate.
I guess I should just update all of them. I don't know. So I really enjoy tower defense games, but I don't know about this. Okay, what do you do when you upgrade? Let's make you better. Okay. I will say, Nahida seems to be quite helpful for this.
Busted.
Our bond is strong. Rain cutter. I see everything.
Gotcha.
Sir, do not hit that. Okay, so I guess we're not going to get full points because... Oh, hi. Did not see that.
No, my sword.
Alright, let's make you stronger. Okay, so you're obviously the final boss.
This way. I'll settle this. Witness the power of God.
Busted. Fantastic! Things are about to get dicey.
Grow!
Take it easy.
The bond is strong.
Quietly now.
Some of this happened there. Okay. I found Fire Tower is the strongest. I could definitely see that. Okay, we got 315. Is that the amount I needed? I took the animos with me. It's a softcore Mechanicus. I took the animos? What do you mean? Okay, so is that what I needed to do? Is that all of it? Alright, well, that was easy enough. Oh, there's a free 80 primos right there. Nope, I just said because I'm lazy. That's fair. Yeah, we're not doing anything with that. Alright, well that was... I mean, that wasn't bad. I've done worse. Okay, I do want to come back over here though. Let's get a little bit of Spiral Abyss. Man, it's only been 26 minutes. We already did like all the daily stuff. Band challenge. Oh yeah, that minor issue. Okay. Spiral's nice, but it hates me. It's the same here. Like ideally, I should be doing a double bloom team. Because like the Cryo Whopper Flower, my Ica team can't take out, and obviously, the two Cryos there they can't take out. Here they do fine. They do fine there. So, Alright, let's do this. Let's do our usual team first. Then we'll do... Let's see how this works, shall we? So far I like Honkai more than I do Genshin. I mean, that's fair. I mean, with the amount of hours that you put into it, I could definitely see that. So I'll have to try it out soon. Impact, not Star Rail. So I wasn't crazy for Star Rail just because it was turn-based.
No, my sword. Let me read you a verse. Lightning purified. Rain outlines your... Yeah. The Temple of Wisdom.
Things are about to get dicey.
Wobble Flowers, such tanks.
Gotcha.
Ow.
Bond is strong. Hey.
Yeah, that's right. There's 12 on this floor. I have like 2,160 worth of... Wow, that is quite a bit. We played on seeing link on Discord. Yeah, sure.
Quietly now.
I won't say no to that.
Everyone hold hands.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Witness the power of Gurwa. Dissipate.
is good. I don't see how you're supposed to do this in 7 minutes. Like, that is kind of ridiculous. People that 36 are the Abyss, like, I have questions.
I see everything.
What kind of insane teams and artifacts do you have?
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
And how much money did you put in the game also that far?
Rain cutter. No, my sword. This way.
Quietly now.
Game's up.
Fun's over.
Alright. Oh, one left. I didn't see you there. Alright, so now to the other side. You can either DM me or you can just post in the Genshin chat. Either one, it's fine. Oh, I'm not on my other team. Already failing.
Hey.
Well, yeah, that's what I expected.
Let me scry. Fate is upon you. Speed of light. Nowhere to hide.
My friend can 36 star that because she has all the characters she can experiment teams. Yeah, that would make it much easier for sure. Oh, come on.
Delve into destiny. Propagate. Incoming.
There we are, and I'll take you out.
Sword and shadow.
Man, I think once I get Kazuha, that'll help a little bit, but I have to figure out how he fits into my teams.
Scatter. Germinate. Shadows of fate. Decided by
Okay, I put him
destiny.
against Jin. I appreciate it. I'll take a look in
Incoming.
a moment after I potentially get past this floor. We'll see if that happens. Ow.
Don't blink.
Oh, come on. You were like one hit from death. Serious?
Speed of light. Scatter. Spring forth. Cut to the chase. Written in the stars. Delved into depth.
Oh, there went Kuching. I think that's why I left last time too. Alright, so let's take a look here. Yeah, but the single player is why all online consoles for G3 is hacked, modded, or cheated in. Well, I mean, that's fair. I think Honkai is very free to play friendly. Alright, got it pulled up there. I'll take a look. So Honkai is the same playstyle as Genshin? Or
Navigating
Honkai
the world
Impact,
is a
however you
whole
want to say
lot
it.
easier with a few different identities to choose from.
It's annoying they have two
Need me
games
to
with
come up with
the
some
same
for you?
start. Apparently I'm a WhatsApp user again because... Okay, so since I've started the dating... back in the dating market thing again, I'm on OkCupid. And for whatever reason, like, OkCupid is very much like, hey, we really want you to match with people, like do the whole travel dating thing. And so it's always the Philippines. Always the Philippines. And as soon as I was like, okay, let's swipe right on the cute girls from the Philippines, every single one that I swipe right on, I matched with. I'm like, that, okay. I guess that works. I don't, so I have to figure out how to use WhatsApp again. Okay.
Navigating the world is
No,
a whole
go
lot
piss
easier
off.
with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
I think in a fight, yes, but it's not open world. Interesting. Alright, it time to kill all the lava flowers again.
Our bond is strong. Gotcha. Rain outlines
The
your
mocking
fate.
laugh of those mages gets me every time. Well, it's I mean, I can see that. I mean, a lot of them are very cute.
Busted.
They're very petite, which is always a good thing. Because I cannot say that the same about American girls.
Gotcha.
I see everything. Yeah. Make yourselves at home.
It's confusing. Oh, listen, I'll download a little
Bond
bit
is strong.
after this stream probably, because I'm sure Diablo 4 is still having issues. I do want to play it, so I may try to stream it. I bought 64 gigabytes of RAM today. You can buy 150 bucks. Because my RAM was maxed out yesterday playing Diablo 4.
Busted.
Game's up.
Runs over.
I mean, my GPU was as well, but I think there was a few other issues going on. For whatever reason, Diablo 3 had a similar issue where it just ate my GPU with OBS. I don't know why. I was hoping with the 3080 it wouldn't be an issue anymore, but apparently it still is, so I have to deal with that. I have to figure out a situation for it. Have fun today with Izzy, get a balance. Test the size of P dinner. Alright, well, I appreciate you stopping in. I hope you have a fun day.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom.
Why is it P? I'll test what that is later.
Quietly now. These are about to
Okay,
get
is it hard on your
dicey.
PC? Well, that's always good.
Stand with
I
me.
mean, I feel like Genshin could have a few more resolution options to make it a little bit nicer looking for higher end PCs.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your.
I'm pretty happy.
Dissipate.
I may just end up having to lower the settings on Diablo 4 for streaming is all. Which is weird, but because I do a single PC setup, it makes it difficult. Alright, let's try this again. Realization that I am... Okay, you are the one I want to get rid of first. That's fair.
Decided by destiny. Nowhere to hide. Hey.
Come on. So the only thing I hate about using Barbara is she makes you wet, so you get frozen every few seconds.
Let me scribe. Don't blink. Hey.
I need more energy recharge in my Traveler,
Spring
for
forward.
sure.
Propagate. Speed of light. I will not. Quietly.
No, okay, that's just not gonna work. Not with that team. Not with Barbara. I need a different healer. By the way, pretty much every character in the game, that's fair. Just by doing quests and getting a couple of leeway keys and open those shrines, I'll get about 64. Man, that's a lot of primos. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to get at least like another set from the Abyss, but that's not happening. All right, let me go through all these ley lines real quick. I'm not going to grab any of them, but I need to at least do them. Not including Story Archon. Story and Archon gives quite a bit too. I mean, like, I could get a lot more primos if I really wanted to.
I see everything.
Stand with me.
Gotcha.
Ow! I knew it was gonna blow up. It's fine. This is worth it.
Everyone hold hands.
Damn. Yes, go into the water. I'm sure that will not end poorly for you. Also,
Committed to memory.
challenge completed. What level's my Frostbearing tree? That's one in Dragonspine. If so, maxed out. Funny enough, Honkai is more female players than male. I've heard that, actually. I mean, I also feel like women tend not to care about the sexuality of a character as much as men do. I could be wrong on that. That's just a thought, not a fact.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over. Take it easy.
I see everything.
Although I've noticed that Genshin is very much sexualized,
No, my sword.
and it's a little creepy at times. Like there's no need to do that. Just enjoy the game. Nice. That didn't take you very long.
Time to act.
Man, my fingernails are like razor sharp right now from moving shingles around all day. I've essentially been filing them down on like 5 grit sandpaper. I need to cut them again. Speaking as a female player, I can agree, but sometimes I do like to know. I mean, so going along with that, would you say that you care more so about the backstory and personality of the characters?
Gotcha.
Oh, that's easy. Everything is terrible. I don't think. Oh, Bobbert. So much for New Year working again. Oh, is it like dead? I think that's how you do this. Yeah, that works. Okay. I just love to know more about the characters and gameplay in a lot of cases. Yeah, I feel like that tends to ring true for female players more so than a lot of male players. Myself personally, I'm a huge advocate for storyline and oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Storyline and character progression. So I seem to be the anomaly a lot of times in that regards, but like a good story in a game just really makes it for me. Some good lore.
Hey,
Get with me. Rain outlines your fate.
Do you really want to fight me? Piss off. Go away. Come on, we're trying to drag. No, don't get me wrong, I do like to just it's not my main focus unless it's Raiden or Eula. I've got some AI fan art of Raiden. And it's good. It's AI generated images. Someone knew the right prompts to put in. Let's just put it that way. Over 69,420 experience sword. You made sure you got to at least that number, right?
Quietly now.
Like they are
Take it easy.
borderline as NSFW.
Busted.
Still fully cloaked. Just you know.
No, my sword.
Amazingly, I've not seen any AI artwork of Eula. I've seen pretty much everyone but Eula. Is that what you were waiting for? Just hit that number before you ascended? Unlike Genshin, the MC of Honka is so good. Does the main character talk? Ow, that hurt.
It's a nice day,
hurt
but
more than I wanted
I
to.
can't seem to shake
Whatever,
this
girl.
strange feeling.
Damn it.
Let's just hope it's my imagination.
I just wanted to get there, and they don't make that easy. No. Yes. Planning on having enough to max my main team before ascending. That makes sense. Good. I hate whenever main characters don't talk. Like, it is a personal pet peeve of mine. Yeah, that's what pet peeve means. Anyway. Teleport to Vanarana. I don't think I've collected any Dendroculi, but we're gonna check. That was the wrong button. I have not, but I have 18 sigils, so we might as well go turn those in. Planning on having enough. Kiana is the main character, and she already exists in the world, unlike Genshin Impact. I mean, I feel like the story they did for Genshin, for the main character, like, it kind of makes sense. She exists in the world, kind of. Or he. Canonically, he. I need more crystal cores. I've used all of them up. Don't have enough, okay. And I am very curious how everything with Conreal plays out. I hate catching butterflies. It's because they're still learning the language of Teyvat. I don't know how much I buy that. Like, that's probably true, but how does she understand everything then? Kiana talks a lot and I love it. Yes. I think that's how it should be. Oh, is it? That she doesn't understand what anyone is saying? Well, she should talk more. That's all I'm saying. That is prosperity, not the one I need today. You might make a new Honkai account. I assume your primary Honkai account is just like fully maxed out. Come on. Thank you. Okay, I have to do 5 domains. Oh, well, that's going to be an easy 1500 there. Paimon is teaching the traveler and is the translator. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, everyone's maxed. Checks out. It's been a long time since I've like legitimately 100% in a game. I wanted to with Genshin, but I don't know. I enjoy the game, but I am sadly starting to get a bit bored because the story is not good for streaming. I've acknowledged that completely. Like, people nope out the minute I start doing story stuff. So it disincentivizes me to play the story, which is something I would like to do. Or do more questing.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Lightning terrified. Once more.
Honkai gives S-rank characters for free a lot. Well, that's always nice then. God, my hands are just like falling apart up here. It's terrible. How's the like the challenge in Honkai? Because like I haven't been playing for very long, and I can blitz through the world of Genshin without an issue.
Are you here to dissipate?
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Like I would love more things like the Spiral Abyss. Like some sort of dungeon that has continuous challenges or gets progressively harder. That you can focus on one character with, you know, or one team with. I'd love something like that. It'd be very hard? Okay, good. Use condensed resin, yes. Double defense. I tried to install Genshin on my iPhone and did not have the space for it, which was kind of surprising. I have to use the S22 for Genshin, which is fine most of the time. But I didn't have the S22 with me. I was like, oh, well, I'll just install on the iPhone real quick. Do my dailies because I was running out of time. Nope. And use my resin. Nope. That didn't happen. Whenever I update, I would assume to the 15, let's just have a terabyte. It'll take a while before you get to that point. That's fine. I'm all for time sinks. I've put a few hundred hours into Genshin already. Oh, I keep like scratching itches on my body or my face, forgetting that my nails are insanely sharp. That's garbage. Okay, that hurts. I would recommend playing Honkai with a controller. Really? I'm typically a controller player, so... But it was terrible for Genshin, so I stopped. 6 out of 20. Now let's go bully the Oceanid. Does he even show you Honkai? Interesting. I've gotten ads for it numerous times. Are you iPhone or Android? I would assume probably 50 gigs. Easy. Just tell me.
It's raining again? Oh, this isn't good. If the rain washes
Your
away
Android?
the traces, it's gonna set us back a long
No,
way.
only 15 and a half. Not bad. I'm not going to tell it to download right now, though, mind you. Joel's PC is so bad.
Citizen from our homeland,
We'll see.
or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa, coveting the shapes of the living. Pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment.
Did you know that the power of water is its ability to take any shape? Doesn't matter what that shape is, it can take it. As Bruce Lee says,
Without
be like water,
solid ground,
flow.
terrestrial creatures become simply helpless.
What is the
power of water
premise of the
is
story
its
for
ability
Honkai?
to take any shape.
This way. I'll settle this.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
Can take the shape of working 3D printer that prints text messages that,
I see
I mean,
everything.
technically, yes.
A bond is
It would just, you'd have to find that object first.
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold.
3D printers are kind of insane. Oh, so I'm gonna pass off my heat stroke today. That was
Is
fun.
its ability to take any shape.
Didn't realize that until earlier, until a little bit, like a couple hours ago. I was like, I went to shower and I realized just how dehydrated I was. It's like, that was almost really bad.
Small haven of tranquil waters. Is that so much to ask?
It explains why I was so, like, just loopy. I was out of it. 2. Like, I knew I was getting bad, but I was like, I've been drinking so much water, I should be fine. Was not fine. Not at all. But yeah, that's really all of it for today, huh? I need to use a lot more resin, don't I? Today's Thursday, so let's say I use 160, 320. No, actually, you would need to use more. Okay. Well, you know what?
Water will exist
We'll just use
forever.
one. What happens if you use a... What does the birthday cake give you? So you playing as a girl named Kalen's journey of being the best, but it doesn't turn out as it should. And it gets sad and more sad. I mean, that's good enough for me. All right, let's go fight Child. Fight tartar sauce.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
11th of the Fatui Harbingers.
Rain outlines your fate.
You've made some progress.
Damn.
Guess
Time
I
to
should
act.
take you more seriously.
Everyone hold hands.
Right in May.
No,
No,
he's
I'm
hiding
not.
back there.
Gotcha. Game's up.
Like, I knew there was some overlap with characters, but I didn't realize Raiden was one of them. So he's pretty much Kiana's girlfriend.
Our bond is strong.
Checks out.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa.
I'd be fine with this.
Quietly now.
And dead.
Some you win, and some you lose.
Just bully tartar sauce. And still nothing. Defense, my favorite. Also, sweetheart, you are not doing well. Here, let's go talk to whoever it is we need to talk to for this. I still need to wash my mouse pad, and I have not done that, and it's really annoying. It doesn't say to your face, but I mean, actions speak louder than words. I think it's supposed to be rainy and stormy tomorrow. If that's the case, I should have time to maybe voice over a video. I've got like a backup video ready to go.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino!
Oh my god, that hurts. It's been a while. It's been a while.
What
Like,
brings
all
you
these
here?
voice lines I say, she should be saying.
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for taking us to it.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
Why
So
are
they're
you
telling
just
the story
standing here
so
like a dead tree?
not rushed or not too slow.
I'm
I
meeting
will say some of the
people.
story here in Genshin is a little
You
slow.
mean Candace?
I've already
Also,
talked with Candace and the
Paimon.
village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And... Huh? Sataria?
Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well,
Kind of.
you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these
You
are
love Paimon?
friends.
I do not.
No need to be so guarded.
I see.
How have you been doing lately?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Like, the voice is just
Same
so
here.
high pitched.
Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
You're not going to be a scholar anymore?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
I can't.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
I still want to get some
So you
Beat
want to
Saber
become a
going, but
teacher?
after the update they did, it
Sataria
broke a
will
lot of
return to
things.
support
I
education
think I finally got
here
it
and
working.
teach people from the
It's
desert.
super laggy last
She
time,
can't
though.
teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
So weird. The resin from
You
resin printing
deserve these
mixed with
compliments.
isopropyl alcohol kind of smells like
Mercenaries
maple
are
syrup.
accustomed to
Not a fan.
danger and don't fear death, which is
Why do you
we
hate her because of her
recognize
personality,
extraordinary
or
actions that common
she's
people
kinda
would easily
terrible?
overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert
I have so
dwellers
much
are as lucky
fiberglass
as
in my
me.
skin. It is
But what I
impressive,
heard at that
and it
time has been
hurts.
haunting my heart, as if there were lightning
Everything?
bolts constantly
That's fair.
bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss,
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage
And we
to
have a
approach
Genshin
the Grand
Impact ad
Sage,
while playing
only
Genshin
to find that
Impact.
he was no longer at the academia. Lord
Of course.
Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light.
Yeah, we heard.
You probably have already heard.
In about an hour, that's not too bad.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to
I
leave
will,
the
I'll start
Academia
the
for
download
the
after
desert,
I'm done
and
streaming
accompanied me
for
here to discuss
obvious reasons.
collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks
I've
to
known
him
about it
and
for a long
Ramon.
time. I just have never
You're all doing so
delved
much
into
for
it.
the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to
Right,
discuss with Sino.
It's fair, but how?
Lesser Lord
how should I say, like,
Kusanali has allocated many resources to
she has
support
people
and
she needs to
develop
look
the
after, not
desert.
make them scared of her, right?
I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites.
You have
I applied for a few batches of
Nahida,
educational
who is a
materials from the Academia.
adult
and
mind
sent
in a
them to
child
several
body,
groups
and
in the
Raiden, who
desert,
is
as
a
instructed
child mind
by
in an
Lesser
adult
Lord
body.
Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Satarian know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this and maintain these resources to
maintaining
ensure
like a pretty good
long-term
conversation with
effectiveness.
the
This
girl on
is the
Hinge,
first
but
time in
I
hundreds
guess
of
that's
years
gone.
we've had a glimmer of hope.
I
I
heard
think
from
this
her
may be
in
the
a
turning
day,
point
so.
for the desert. Remember
Okay,
these words.
sounds amazing. Yes.
Here lies
Very
our
much.
faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
Yes, you're invited to a
Not at all.
thing.
We're actually here on behalf of Nilu.
Kind
Nilu
of
wanted
business.
to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone
I feel
personally.
like I have to sneeze.
A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Yimiko is very,
Although, judging
very
from
much a
your
smart
appearance,
ass.
it seems you've already been
very
reinstated.
sarcastic all the time.
Paimon thought you would only start working for the
I
Academia
mean, it makes sense
after
if she's
the
a
feast.
Kitsune.
Celebration?
Part of the
Feast?
course there. Oh, so you really didn't know.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
You two are invited as well. I kind of feel like Sino's as antisocial as I am, and
Well,
I'm fine with
still
that.
have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So
Yeah, I don't
much
think
so
Paimon's
that it
gonna
was
remember any of that.
prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
That's true. Like, she does not like
Got all
us.
that down.
We'll be sure to give the message to Nilu. We're
Our
not
job
going to.
here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
You know, I'd like to, like, stay up and play, more likely not, Diablo 4, but I'm exhausted. Oh yeah, I haven't logged in today yet, have I? Yeah, we did. Wonder the check-in button. There it is. Thank you. I mean, wouldn't you do the same? I know I did lots of things for someone that was my significant other than I would ever want to do, but I did it because it would make her happy. Because that's what you do.
Today's the big day! Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how...
I'll never understand the people who, like, if their partner wants something, they just refuse to do it. Especially if it's something really minor. You know, something that's not going to hurt you or take time from you, really. Like, why would you say no? Especially if it's something like that you can tell they're super excited about, too. I've seen on so many occasions, or have had happen to me, like, when you're super passionate about something, you bring it up to your partner and they just like shut you down for no reason. Like, why would you do that? There's no reason to do that. That's terrible. Or something like, if your partner says, "Hey, could you take care of the dishes for me?" and then you don't do it, like, and especially if you've been home all day or you didn't have anything you were doing, like, that's terrible, because it takes 5-10 minutes of your day, costs you nothing, and it'll make your partner happy, and you didn't do it. Come on.
Ah, there you are.
Good evening, Nilu.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
I will be right back 1 moment.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
If it's small or something,
I'm very
they
happy
want
to see you here.
really badly. Exactly.
We're not late, are we?
Like, it makes no sense to me why you would ever not do so, especially if you care
the
for
last
someone.
one who arrived be put in charge of
Derby,
today's
1 minute.
speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here! Whoa! It's so delicious! Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing! The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru, and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yeah, everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part, and thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success. So, would you say we're good actors too?
Sorry about that. Back. That's one more talent under our belt.
It's such a blessing that Lesser
I was with
Lord
someone that was
Kusanali
amazing,
able
but she
to
found out
return
that
to
she
power
was
at the
lesbian, so we
academia.
talked and broke it off, but we were still close friends.
Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally
I
returned.
mean, it wasn't. Okay, I was like, I thought that makes more sense. Read the second message, Joe. Returned to the academia, abandoned and neglected.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all
Hey,
of her
Dots, how's
power
it
in a
going?
great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past.
I mean, it's good that you're still close friends.
The academia basically abandoned her because of it. This
How's
should
your
be
day going
something
for you?
Everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
That's good. Poor juniors are.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Oh, don't mind me. My mind was elsewhere.
Even if those two giants of the academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Seems after everyone forgot Greater Lord Rugudvada, their understanding of Sumeru's history also changed. Everyone believes that Lesser Lord Kusanali has been Sumeru's Archon all along. Maybe I'm the only one in all of Tivala who remembers the Greater Lord Rugudvada ever existed. As a witness of all that happened, I shall respect your choice and keep the secret for her.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Perhaps
dogs
I
have learned
shouldn't
that.
say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more
Did you get any new
severe
characters?
punishment.
Not yet. I'm waiting for
You
Kazwa,
could simply
so
tell Lesser Lord Kusanali
in
that
less
you
than a
wish
week
to
we'll have
the
them.
Tsar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
I don't think you
Not
would
at
be.
all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned a czar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew a czar for my own personal gain.
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had
really
some
is weak,
personal
but yep.
motives behind it.
Yeah.
I did have my own motive, but it had
And
nothing
it
to do
was,
with
it
being
was
a
what, a
sage.
slightly
If
longer
the
than
rules
2-week
of
banner?
our nation were
I think.
suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of
Or
letting their dreams
no, this was a
disrupt
3-week
my
banner, I
life.
think.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all? So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've
Fair enough.
certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you?
How about you?
You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
I thought the banners were all
It's
4
not
weeks
about
long.
being happy.
They seem to
There are merely a lot
change
of things
depending
that I
on
must
what
do.
Even so,
Hoya wants to do.
keep your spirits up and try to be happy.
Because I think I've seen some that
okay?
were only 2 weeks long, but for the
And
most
try
part I
to
see
smile
21
every
days.
day, just like I'm
3
doing
weeks.
now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
Talk to everyone at the feast. Alright, I'll hate them.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Huh, I thought you might find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia.
I
That
guess most popular
happiness
characters get
is
longer
an
run
emotion
times.
that'll be forever alien
Yeah.
to those bookworms
I
who have
would-
driven
I would say
themselves
that probably makes more
insane by
sense.
studying.
That way they can
I seem
make
to
as
have
much
taken
money
both
on it as
keys when I
possible.
left the house.
Can't fault them.
Oh well.
I'll hate them. My dude.
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today?
It's
If
great.
there's
Thanks for inviting
anything
me.
you're unhappy with,
Oh.
just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
It's great. Thanks for inviting me.
That's good.
It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself. You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
We have a message to tell you.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my
And
performances.
future polls, and I don't have
I can't explain
Kagura's
why,
Verity for.
but
Wow.
I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
So you're pretty much at like your next one should be guaranteed. That means Kokomi and you are.
Here is good. And everything is delicious.
I feel like Kokomi will. I feel like people like Kokomi a lot more now than they did during her first run, from what I heard. It must be rare to see you at such a lively gathering, Sino.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
That's alright. Don't worry about us.
There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
Alright, and who's the last person? Ah, Dia.
My lady,
'Cause
the
what is
grilled
it?
meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit
240
just
for
now.
guaranteed
Oh, they're
weapon.
very sweet. What an
240 pulse.
amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
My pleasure. I'm glad we could come.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking.
Let's
the feast
see.
is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
No, it's okay. I didn't like try to type or anything.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Oh, that's not good. Suddenly, a little sleepy. Feels like I'm about to nod off. Oh, that is quite the distance, huh? 26 hours.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat.
Sino has a
Wake up once you put
daughter?
something yummy in your tummy.
Really?
Of course. Just wait here for Paimon.
Is it because I didn't sleep well last night that I'm feeling sleepy all of a sudden, or seems like someone's there? Oh yeah. I mean, not technically daughter, but yeah. He looks after her. Uh-oh.
It's me.
Okay. Hi, Nahida. Nahida, looks like my consciousness is connected to yours again.
You may blame me for being a bit too
Pretty
self-indulgent.
resets in weapon banner.
I was thinking
I did
about
not realize it
talking
did.
with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you. The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Is there anything you need from me?
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot,
Are we in a nice mood? Pretty much.
there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Are you gonna take over my body for a minute? What is it?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Why don't you just do it? Ah, so that's what this is about. Nahida, it'd be better if you could do that yourself.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Some things in this world must be done by yourself.
But just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up
Maybe.
scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast?
I don't think you could scare anyone. Little plant goddess. It'll be fine. Please don't worry too much.
Let me think about it.
Oh, she got a little leaf in her hair.
Okay.
She learns how to gaslight. Yeah. Have you made up your mind? Oh man, gaslighting is bane of my existence. That's good. Wait, huh? No, thank you.
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
And at least promise me you won't say anything weird when you're in my body.
Everyone! Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food. It's me. Huh? That voice.
Oh, she even changed his voice. Interesting.
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes, I already know every one of you. Nilu, Alhaitham, Sino, Dia, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
What a bunch of sims. I mean, kind of, yes, in a way. I mean, wouldn't you if like a deity appeared in front of you? I probably would. A warm atmosphere of talking and laughter carries on late into the night. And the feast ends on a perfect note. The next day.
Are you awake? Did you rest well?
I think I slept alright.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Still nothing compared to you.
Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with
It's a kid.
Nagita?
Drop kick it. I'm on board with that. I'm not a fan of
She
children.
should be in the academia
At
right
all.
about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
Which does not make the dating scene any easier. Like, oh, you don't want children? Like, no, that is the last thing I want. Actually. Where I love when, like, currently opening Hunt Guy. Oh, yeah. Like, a lot of girls currently on dating apps, they're single mothers because I'm old. Although that doesn't seem to matter a whole lot nowadays.
Hello, traveler.
Like, they all have, like, a soccer team of kids. Like, if you don't love my kids, we have an issue. Like, I don't. That's why I don't want to match with you. And yet they all message me. Like, not my cup of tea, buddy.
And that's why we're here to talk with you. Is
Oh,
there anything you
I don't love
want to know?
children. Like, from like ages 8 and on, I can at least get along with them. I used to teach gymnastics, so like I could deal with 8-year-olds. But anything like below that, I don't do well. Like, I can't communicate with you. I can't hold a conversation with you. I don't understand anything you're doing. About the ball deer. That's what I care
He's still in a
about.
coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
About Fontaine, the next stop on my
Is that where
journey.
you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials.
Focalor. I thought it was
However,
Focalor. Okay,
even
noted.
then,
I've been pronouncing
Focalor
that
will
wrong in my
still
head.
make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway,
I can deal with
let's
early
just say
teens and late
he's got,
teens more so than the
a very unique
younger ones.
personality.
I'm only 18, so it's pretty easy. I mean, that makes sense.
Are you
I
sure?
never did the babysitting
Isn't
thing.
there something else
I
you
mean, I
haven't
guess I kind of
asked
did when I
about
was
yet?
teaching gymnastics, but that's a whole other story I could go on.
About your
Your
brother.
brother.
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
But we both came from beyond the Sea of Stars. There shouldn't be any information on him in Irminsul.
Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However,
My babies have family friends.
there must
I
be
mean,
something different
that makes
about
sense.
her brother.
A lot of the girls,
Because,
you know, when I was
as it
younger,
turns
that's what
the
they did.
world has
Which is
recorded
weird,
information
because
on
like,
him after all.
you know, let's say I was 7. The girl that babysitted was like 12. What could she do? She could just slightly dial 911 better than I could? Come on.
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
How's that possible? We journeyed the Sea of Stars all our lives until we came here. Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories? Or is it this world that's done something to him?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat?
Do you know what he's been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Could it be related to the Abyss? You know, I probably would have went with, like, could it be related to Il Dottore, the doctor?
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders?
What's a Descender?
Something that comes from
heard of it.
heaven or whatever.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
That's
Traveler,
normal.
you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
4th?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them? That's right. My current
Interesting.
hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
I really wish that all of
about to burst from all this crazy new
Genshin's story was done.
information.
Because I would like to know how all this plays out.
Even knowing all this,
Anyway, so I don't have to use my father's
I'm
money,
sure
even though
you
I have
must
access to
still
it.
have a lot
Well, that's
of
always
unanswered
nice.
questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as
Okay,
the God
apparently
of
you're
Wisdom.
not updating now because an
There
ad
are
played,
many
which is dumb.
questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Same here. I'll need some time to reflect on what you've said.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart
Unfortunately, I
from
did not
Samara.
come from money. I came
I'm
from
very interested in your
being
future.
moderately poor and
It's a
made
journey
a
that can't be
life for
observed or
myself through
recorded
real
by this
estate
world.
and just working my
If
ass
fate is
off
the
and
ultimate
retired at
knowledge,
the age of 31.
then your future
So
will be the ultimate fate.
now I play video games for a
I'm
living.
sure glad we got to
Kind
meet
of.
you, Nahida. The
I
pleasure
don't
is
make money
all
from
mine.
this.
I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me,
I make
just
like
close your eyes.
$100 a month from
and
YouTube.
maybe
It's
I'll
not
appear in your dreams.
But for how few subscribers I have, it's actually pretty good. You work 2 jobs? Oof.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida. Paimon was ready to ask her
What does
a
this
million
silver
more
twig do?
questions, but didn't want to seem too pushy. Like, about these Descenders. So, does that just mean people like you who come traveling to Tevat from someplace else? And as for your brother... whew, so many questions. Let's go find Nahida and see what else we can find out.
She's right here.
Is there anything you want to know?
About my brother.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy. What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
I'm
All
sucking
I
this
know
now.
for sure is that somebody,
I thought maybe it was
only they can know,
something
is
else,
deliberately
but I was wrong.
obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of. But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders. What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return
I didn't
for
realize
my
I
gnosis, right?
already asked about her brother.
A very important part of
I
the
thought that like
intel
just
was
came up with
about
something
this
else.
world's
I messed up.
Descenders.
I regret my life choices.
Ones that don't
One is
belong
where I work
to
in the
this
library, and the
world.
other is where
Traveler,
I
you
look at different kinds
are
of
to
papers,
that
like come to find a
fourth
specific
descender.
person through. That's kind of neat. Is that through like some sort of service
So the
or
Fatui count 3 other
like
descenders
online service?
before the
Or
Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could... And yet, there are many questions in my heart as well. And soon, you'll all... I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate. I'm sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida. The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today.
okay, well, we're done. So now we just have to get out of here. The Nightbird Falls at the Curtain's Call. Interlude, Chapter Act 3. Care Bear. Oh, hey, we finally, both of us talked to Master. We just have to leave both of them. Finally got that unlocked. It's been a while. Care Bear? Care Bert? I don't know. What am I doing? Go to the Sanctuary of Sirislama? Oh, okay. Get called or emailed by businesses and they want me to find someone that did something or didn't pay what they were told to. Interesting. I'm so confused right now. Oh, crap. Though I don't need to work, it's fun too. I could not say the same about any of the jobs I've had.
Take it easy.
I have not enjoyed any of them. I mean, nowadays, like, I could actually do Sanctuary of Sirislama. I thought this was the Sanctuary of Sirislama. Like, I could actually do a job that I enjoy, but I don't even know what I would do anymore. Because I mean, like, I technically have a job. I started a real estate photography company, but I don't advertise it, so I don't do a whole lot of, shoots anymore. Potentially, as the housing market starts to actually need, photographs of houses, I will be more relevant. But for a while, like, houses were selling so quickly.
Take it easy.
That they weren't even getting photography done. It was kind of insane. Okay, what am I missing? Do I just need to talk to you guys? Oh, yeah. That was my birthday backflip. I do at least one a year just to make sure I still got it. Been doing it for 21 years now. I've been capable of doing a backflip more than half my life. I've only been in that kind of job for 3 months, so I haven't been asked to. I mean, that makes sense. What are you calculating for, Gani? I don't think this is the guy I'm supposed to be talking to. But a serious job I was asked to do was someone was trying to get out of paying some very... That sounds about right for a lot of people, sadly.
Take it easy.
Oh, okay. They're not in the circle.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay. That means facts and logic.
Well, if it's facts and logic you're after, you shot yourself in the foot with your choice of
I
research.
mean, the closest I
topic,
ever
didn't
had
you?
for anything like
The
that.
Tatara's soon a
Through with my company now.
When so much remains
Happy
unexplained,
or
there's little
sad.
to be
So
objective
am I.
about. Unless, of
You
course,
know,
you restrict yourself to textual
really like until
criticism.
now.
Yeah.
What do you mean you know what job you
This
really
is
like?
my teacher's area of research. I can't change that. But it's
Dude.
fascinating enough without having to sensationalize it, don't you think? The strange
Just-
location, the missing details, a mysterious person. I want to write my essay on something interesting, and I'm interested in getting to the bottom of all
I mean,
this.
I've thought about
That's
some
the only
maybe doing
reason
some
I came to
advertising
you.
for my
Yes,
my
you
real
came to
photography,
me.
but
So all the more reason
I
to
don't
take
necessarily
my
need the
advice.
money anymore,
The fact
so
is,
I
it's
just
the dramatization
I end up
that
helping
will make
people with their
want to read it.
projects and
There's no getting around that.
doing a lot of construction related stuff for people now.
Okay.
I don't know what happens, but it's not my job to know.
Did one
That's
of them
fair.
just mention Tatara Suna? But that's all the way in Inazuma. Is it just Paimon, or is it kind of unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that?
Not really.
Everyone here is just going about their business. Maybe it really is just Paimon. Guess people here are free to research pretty much anything.
Still, let's go listen in.
Great! Let's go find out what this Tatara Suna mystery is all about.
Inversion of Genesis. Interlude Chapter Act 3. Started. I don't care if they pay what was asked. I care less. That's fair. You just do your part, and that's all that matters. Oh, that's one more wish for the books there. We're up to 14. Go, Barbara, go! Full swing right there. Oh, now we have to actually go talk to them. Okay. Fair enough.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing Kabuki Mono will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what
I
they
used
say
to
about
do
her, this seems like the
asset
kind of thing she'd
protection,
know
which is
about.
like the security for Walmart, and that was always kind of fun, like stopping people from stealing. But it was a very dangerous job. Looking for me.
Oh, you're the traveler. you
Oh,
say.
you're the traveler.
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, if you don't believe me, I'll go.
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits
Thanks,
when I was
that's me
still in
finding people,
Inazuma.
but every now and
This is
then.
my first time coming face to face with you and your mysterious silver-haired companion.
So
Couldn't
do you
believe my
have
luck,
like some
and
sort
out
of
force habit, I started examining the evidence. Sorry.
trying to think of something that would be
So
some
what?
more.
For the love of...
I was going to say like LexisNexis
Sorry,
type
we don't
search.
get out much, so our
LexisNexis
social skills
database
are
to help
kinda
find people.
lacking.
Essentially, where you can see some public
Traveler,
information on
I
them
hear you've
or
helped
get
many
records on them.
people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Ah, I see.
Sorry, I can't help this time.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal challenge. He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past. But who'd have thought that...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing about Tatarasuna.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive or a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end,
stuff I
he
use,
threw it into
like
a
what
fire
I
to
use, but
destroy
with
it,
limited
and
uses.
killed his servant Katsuragi.
Interesting.
Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be
Yeah, I
an
would like to have fun with
Inazuman
that.
word for an eccentric stranger.
I should not have
Someone
access
who
to
dresses
things that give me
funny or
records
acts
for
in an
anything.
unusual way.
I am
That's
very
right.
nosy.
Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens? Seems kinda fishy to Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out
Like back
too.
when I worked at Walmart, I had
asked
access
everyone I
to
could think of if
all
they knew
like
anything
their whole
about what
history of
happened back then.
things
And
that they
wow,
they
did I
logged
get
for
lucky?
theft. And I would just go through and like just read random things about people, read all the notes,
This
read what they
part's
saw,
important.
read what they were
I just
doing,
wanted to make it
what
stand out.
happened, look them up,
It just so
for fun.
happens that a friend of mine works at the government
Oh, the
records
range
office.
is limited.
He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Could it be?
Wait, so there are 2 missing people in this story now?
Yes.
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
We actually have.
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin Arts
Like, I
and
can
so
find
on?
them still, but I have no say if they are out of range.
Wow, yes.
Interesting.
You really know your stuff.
See, like,
That
I would
makes
have a
things
lot of
easier.
fun with that.
So basically,
But I'm way
this
too nosy.
Niwa was a distant relative of the Kaidahara clan, the last practitioners of Ishin art. Something then seems to have happened in the Kaidahara clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but taken in light of everything else going on around that time, it makes you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
There's more.
Oh, yes, of course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the
Call a
point, for
person
Pete's sake.
That's a place.
According to information
and just kind of
acquired
pass
by
on them,
Akaba's
like, hey,
teacher,
here's something
the
you should
kabuki
do.
mono was not
Or
a
hey, can you
human,
look into this for me?
but a puppet.
Not a puppet.
Puppet?
The Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer, but what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna?
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon and hope she keeps her mouth shut.
No! Paimon just meant, how creepy. The way you described it makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree. it does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about. Please, take a look.
I'm trying to figure out who this dude's voice actor is. Oh dear God. Nah, we ain't doing that. Sorry, guys. I'm not reading it. I feel like they kind of already said a lot of this. But if the job's under, we don't do groundwork. That makes sense. Groundwork would be extremely dangerous, so... My lord, things go ill at the furnace. I have searched for Sir Niwa, but there is no trace of him, and much time has passed since Sir Miyazaki left to seek aid, but he has yet to send us any missive. Look. You dare address Sir Niwa directly? Oh boy, it seems the rest of this work remains unfinished.
Oh, and please read my essay draft as well.
No, my dude. Look at this scroll bar. Do you see this scroll bar? Raiden, Gokuden, Mikoshi, Nagamasa, Kabukimono. Like, this is something I would definitely read if I was not streaming. But I'm streaming. And my voice, I've been yelling all day because it's very loud when you're doing a roofing job. Job from the bank where bondsman was, he has a, he has a ground? What? Was this supposed to be a sign?
Sawada was encouraging me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff
So,
up?
I mean, we hologram. Okay.
That
makes more sense.
To guessay there.
Yeah, it sounds more like a novel. This guy ever even written an essay before?
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively. I've reached out to everyone I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point.
Not much.
Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
I'll leave you to it.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye for now. Good
Good
luck
luck.
with your essay.
All right, thank you. If you find out any more info about all this, please do let me know. Thanks so much.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has to do with the balladeer, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay, then
When it's at 70-30, but if it gets more dangerous, it goes...
probably couldn't share it with them, huh?
It goes
After
up
all,
higher.
we kicked his butt
that
and
makes
got him
sense.
locked up. Information about people like that
No need
is
putting yourself in
usually
harm's
super
way.
confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
No point in what? Oh, well, hello. Who? What's wrong?
Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like...
Oh, yep, there's Scaramouche.
Balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Catch up we shall. Oh, the figure you just saw. Okay. But it pays really up to people like Like me that found the person. So do you get more of a split or more income depending on how quickly and efficiently you find someone and the kind of information that you provide them?
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida, bad news. We just
Well, that's
found
always
the
good. So
Galadeer
it incentivizes it's doing better work in that
Did he
case.
escape or... Ah, it's him!
Hello, Scaramouche.
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be lacked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain. It was my idea to set the Balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around
I mean,
otherwise?
if you go 50-50, does that incentivize your bounty hunter to do better work for you typically?
But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down?
I don't know, but I think it's more fair. I mean, depends on how the workload goes, but not a bad thing to think.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
The
doctor? Yes, one in which I gained valuable information.
Hi, yes. What's
You'll
up, boy?
come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets.
Let's do this.
Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a
Of course, if
sitting
the...
duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to
That's
respond.
fair.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Former?
I feel like quite a few of them would be, though. But I guess to an information broker, they
pleasure
would
in
probably be a little
saying
bit more
this,
polite.
but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
So, in other words, they toss you out like trash.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Really? What a crying shame.
Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think after this cutscene here, I will have to call it quits for the night.
To that idea fairly clear, don't you?
I've worked with
and they're your
friends,
friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Kind, or if they just want more money. I mean, like, I would think that you, with your information broker, you'd want to be kind, so that way they work harder for you to get you the information you need.
Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
All right, then I'll do what we agreed.
Good. Go now, and keep in touch. Nahida, are you serious about this?
Yeah.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul. Oh, yeah.
Nope, and
Actually, that's
to
the
our
whole
mark, so.
reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that? Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twins' details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he
I
almost
really wish I
became
knew
the
why
god
my
of a new
chat did
era.
not update after an ad like
Even
that.
though he no longer has the
Normal.
Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting
have
through
a
all of it
personal
without knowing what to look
and
for
roll
would
clip
take
is
too
some new.
long, even for
I'm
me.
sure in due time you'll have your own.
So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information and should be able to find it more quickly.
And what if he lies to you?
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all.
Yes,
Our
to find your
minds have
brother.
connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the
my God wants to
Balladeer
do
can
something
give
for
you
us.
the answers
That's
you've been longing to find,
impressive.
then it's worth it.
She's been talking for a while. Thank you, Nahida.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it. Paimon's still worried about this idea. Is there
I'm really
anything we can do
curious
to
why
help?
that message
I
was
was going
censored,
to
but
contact you about
I'll
that,
go with it.
but then you suddenly showed up
I can
on your
see
own
it, and that's what
accord.
matters.
Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside.
I'm glad to be able to help.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Prepare
once-
yourselves. I'm going
Okay.
to transport you into Irminsul.
Irminsul will be our next... Oh, we're just straight up in there, okay. We'll be doing that tomorrow.
It looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler.
That was, but...
Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
No. That was censored too. I'm just able to see it. I could choose to show it. I tend not to show censored messages unless there's a reason. Oh. Okay, well, I guess we're doing this. After we complete this, we will call it quits for the night. Yeah.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Nah, Nahida sent me to babysit you.
Shut your beak, jailbird! No way a prisoner gets to be so smug!
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards, but right now, I'm on temporary release, so maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else, Irminsul's inner region consists exclusively of torrents of information.
You
must
zoom
put
in.
aside
There's a
your
lot of
differences
those.
and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you on both sides,
but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Understood.
Fine. Let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are going to be traveling together after all.
That's what we just
said.
said.
Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
I mean,
If
he is a
there are no
harbinger.
further objections,
Was.
I
Whatever.
suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
There's no need for all the biting sarcasm. Just focus on doing your job.
We can start now.
Do I get to play as Skirmish?
Access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling? Oh, darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
Man, he's quick. Helps they can fly, you know. Okay, he isn't going to fight. Not too much.
Wow. So this is the
I only thought I was
inside
going to play the
of
game.
Irminsul.
It's different than what I imagined.
Ooh. Paimon's never seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Irminsul is closely intertwined with the entirety of Tevat. Every bit of information flowing here means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Why is it that Paimon just wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Because he's snarky
Lesser
as
Lord
shit.
Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes.
Yes.
Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen?
Oh man.
What are you smirking at?
After all that, you still have to
I
download
was
another
just
16
imagining the look on
gigabytes?
your travel
Jesus.
companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Sir, yes sir.
These sapling things have spread out.
The fragments have dissipated in space. And
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
the location's changed. Looks like you've been transported to another path.
It looks the same in every direction.
This space is indeed unusual, but it seems that the Balladeer is more used to it than I.
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
It's everything with you,
There's a
Paimon.
time and a place to lie, but this definitely isn't it. So why don't you relax your guard a little? We're here.
What a huge tree!
This is the center of Irminsul. All the information in the world is flowing through it.
Lesser Lord Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
The Balladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance, and he seems good at working on the front line. First Akaba and Sawada stories, not this. What a strange individual.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Imagine being alive for 400 years and not being the number one in the Fatui.
We're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Sure. Nahida, is this a telepathic conversation?
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Well, isn't that kind of you?
What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
I expect this from Paimon. I'm guessing that you don't want us to disturb the Balladeer.
That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladeer's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
Yeah, that's normal. Yes, and he seems to excel at doing odd jobs for others.
As I've told you before, there are still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
Is it about his past, the betrayals, and the other events in Inazuma?
Well done. Smart and attentive as always.
Actually, I caught a glimpse of a few things while I ran to a page at Party Staya. Relay what you saw in the Balladeer's mind while in Party Staya.
So, you made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Well, yeah.
Everyone
That's because
has
he has
a
emotions.
history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatara Suna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
Yes.
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on?
Yes.
I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatara Suna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
You told Nahida about the story of Kaba and Sawada are writing.
Oh? How interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gese got it right?
Yes.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Because you're too quiet.
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said conversation.
We have every right to keep certain things confidential.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
No.
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait! How did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be more surprising if I didn't know a few things about you.
He makes a fair point, actually. Every conversation with you is hard work, but your attitude is better than I thought.
Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested in creating more misery for myself, and making cordial conversation is something I can manage. Huh? Wait.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings.
Whatever could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with
Paimon,
us.
shut up. Shh. My god.
Just wait.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
That name. Niwa was the man in charge at Tadarasuna. Plus he belongs to the lineage of Eastern art. Oh, and in we go. Wonder how long this is.
I have been in Tatarasuna for some time now. You have shown me great hospitality, as has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed, everyone else. Under your leadership, Tatarasuna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed, their lives have purpose. They are motivated. As I understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatarasuna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow. The forging industry with crystal marrow as a raw material
They
has
really
since
don't want to show me this
flourished,
dude is.
giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown, all passing on their legacy. Skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Yes,
Okay,
well,
so someone from Fontaine.
were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatarasuna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and forging methods.
You flatter me. From the outset, I saw much that was commendable in the forging industry of Inazuma, and it has been my great honor to befriend you all.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do
What
you
do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected, because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this way. What have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate.
Uh-oh.
And recently, as you well know, someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace. We've kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with the Shogun. This is our last hope. But that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does. Otherwise, why would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Yes, indeed.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torachiyo, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution is well advised.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Oh, I'm sure he
Why,
is a
Mr.
little.
Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, You don't seem to trust me.
I mean, I feel like
Drop
you
the
probably
act.
shouldn't.
We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatara Suna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly,
pull
I'm
that
just
knife
waiting
out?
for the right moment.
There it is.
A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
You're a little smarter than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh, the doctor, huh?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which I have in abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment. If you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
The Fatui? Who?
So how has he been
What do you
alive for so
want?
long?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
Just a teeny tiny one.
That's it? That's why you gave us your cursed technology? Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
So Scaramouche is Niwa?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as one of us. He has nothing to prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat. I say, Mr. Niwa, let's see what happens. Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove quite impossible. Mr. Niwa? Already dead. What a pity. Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh, he is pissed.
Hey, are you alright?
No, he's not.
Dottore!
Il Dottore. Something's happening.
Good.
Now he wants to kill Dottore.
The doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine?
I'm afraid so. He was the one behind the Tatarasuna incident.
Why did we see things from his perspective?
Because he
When
was
I
there.
touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
That, or he's capable of creating
but it means nothing.
memories.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
This betrayal was a lie that he has believed for hundreds of years. Was this part of the doctor's experiment? If the betrayal never happened, it existed only in his imagination. But where does that leave him?
Give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
Okay, let's go over there.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Did not realize this is going to be an hour long.
You like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it has protected him from the filth.
Man, that's dark.
He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim?
That's exactly what he did, yes. Being betrayed and abandoned by a close friend is sure to cause great resentment. Now we know that he was behind the decision to take revenge on the Riding Gokuden. But it doesn't mean that vengeance was the right decision.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Mystery of Tatarasuna.
Tottori, you brazen-faced... Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
So now do we just wait? A while later.
Shall we see how he's doing?
Yes, we shall.
Hey, you alright?
No, he's not.
That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
We just want to make sure this doesn't affect the plan.
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, aren't you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Tevat.
Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Not unexpected, but still.
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger. Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Give me your hand.
Give me your hand. Okay.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Yes, I can. Are you trying to brainwash me?
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
No. Wait, why would you ask that? To save
Done.
Niwa.
Huh? What the? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands sense for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Wait, now look, did he see me hesitate? Oh, I think
So
by not
long.
denying it.
I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Belvedere, stop. Paimon, we have to
Fast
stop
reaction
him.
time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
He's gonna go try and change the past.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabuki Mono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow. Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out.
You told Nahida everything that happened.
I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
I would say the latter.
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault. Please, let me handle this from here, even though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Ma'am, yes ma'am. We shall do so. Oh, you just take me out? Okay.
We're out! And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you.
No, I want to help you. Isn't there anything I can do?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
She might be.
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before?
Paimon doesn't remember Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, and the Balladeer's question was a strange one. It's hard to explain in full, and the truth might be very distressing for Paimon. Let's skip the part about Greater Lord Rukkhadevata for now, and focus on the Balladeer. Tell Paimon what the Balladeer asked you, and what he might have been planning.
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible!
It's not easy, that's for sure.
You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it.
Yeah, great example.
So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do. Oh, Paimon's so confused.
Maybe he wants to erase himself from history. Damn it, Paimon. Are you okay?
Sorry. Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladier's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress. But erasing yourself from history? It's unthinkable. Is that really possible in Irminsul?
Yup. Not necessarily, but maybe. I'm just guessing here.
Uh-oh. Paimon's head is overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And it's still not working. Ugh. Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too?
Indeed. Baldur does erase himself from Irminsul. Many people in Inazuma will be affected. Worst case scenario will affect everyone with connection to the Raiden Gokuden.
There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next?
No.
Seems like now there's nothing left for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Me neither.
So, how about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
No.
If that doesn't work,
That'll just make you
Paimon's
hungry.
gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers. Tea break pancakes. Cream stew. Sauteed matsutake. And Dragon chili chicken. Almond tofu. Satisfying salad. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation. Golden shrimp balls. Triple layered consomme. Lotus seed and bird egg soup. And...
Did you pass out? Paimon, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now? Paimon was, talking?
Yes, because you never shut up.
Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You were getting so worried about the situation with the Balladeer that you started listing foods.
The Balladeer? Is that a food too? Huh. Weird name, though.
Paimon doesn't remember the Balladeer? That must mean he actually pulled it off? But how did he have that ability? This doesn't make sense.
What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
No, it's nothing.
The Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something.
This is really happening. I need to know what else has changed. Paimon, come with me.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
I want to go back to Inazuma.
Huh? Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Now's not the time to explain. Let's get over there first. Alright, so that literally took an hour. That was much longer than I anticipated. But that will be all for tonight. We will stream a little bit more tomorrow and hopefully some Diablo 4 as well. Supposedly the servers are still having issues, so I don't really want to try and deal with that. So until then, thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful day and or night.